Hi, Prayer Prophetess Jennifer Vargas here. I want to share my thoughts about things that are being said in social media about the shooting of the Catholic school the other day that happened. Not only is it a hate crime, what happened against God and Christianity, but now we have insult being added to injury with people on social media making comments about, how there's no point praying because these kids were there in a house of prayer and look, they got shot up. So, what a narcissistic attitude. When we think about Satan and his character, he is a master manipulator, he's a liar, and he's also a narcissist. You see, his character is to cause a person to sin and then turn around and then condemn that person because they sinned. And this is kind of the same thing. Who do you think perverted that young man's mind to, first of all, not only make himself change into a woman, but also to put hate in his heart for Christians, to go shoot up a school with innocent children in it. And here we have people making comments about, basically implying that God wasn't there. God didn't inspire that man to go shoot up that school. God also didn't make a mistake when he made him a man. Who do you think perverted that mind of his? Who do you think messed him up? It wasn't God. It was Satan, right? Because why does he hate Christians? Do you think that was God within him that led him to attack Christians? And, the people who sent their children to the school, they are trying to worship God. They believe in God. They believe in prayer. God doesn't make bad things happen. He made men and women with the free will and with a choice. And at the end of our lives and at the end of all creation, every single person is going to answer to him about whether or not they were children of God or whether or not they were children of the devil. And children of God don't go shoot up innocent children. Children of God don't go try to call what God made a mistake and try to change it. As far as Christianity is concerned, it really is a question about whether you believe or whether you don't. And if you choose not to believe, Satan's going to give you a silver platter full of excuses to hate God. But at the end of the day, at the end of your life, you're still going to have to answer to God, and those excuses are going to work for you. You're not going to. Now, calling a victim, blaming what Satan does on God, I mean, that's really a narcissistic trait. We hear and we see all about narcissism all over the media. And here we have government officials up there in front of the press making comments against those people's beliefs. It's discrimination. It's a hate crime. Getting up there, keep your disrespectful thoughts to yourself. You don't have faith, fine, you keep it to yourself. But don't get up there and talk about my God. You will answer. Every person will answer for the things that they say. And how disrespectful is that to say those things to family members who are grieving because they believed? You're disrespecting their faith. It's adding insult to injury. think about it. Pray about it. If you have issues with doubt and unbelief, that's up to you. But gosh, I mean, don't add insult to injury.